Well, I have all. Wow, that is only. Oh, there it is. I thought I only had 7 there. So I've got all 8 of these minions painted now with the base coat of brown. And they're looking pretty good. I'm pretty happy with how they turned out. And I got to figure out what to do next. So I think what I am thinking about doing here is putting on some additional colors before we do a wash. So I think I may try to, I think in a way, kind of dry brush like the tops of some of these areas. Just get a little bit of extra kind of light on top of those, and then maybe on top of his head as well, and see how that looks. And to do that, I'm thinking about taking this, which was the base, and then lightening it just a little bit with some of this. And I don't know, should I be using white to lighten it, or is this a good option? I really don't know. And then I'm thinking about using this brush here as my dry brush, I guess. I don't even know if this is dry brush. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So, but yeah, so I'm thinking about pulling a little bit of this paint out into one of these, mixing it up, and I shouldn't need much because this is just a little bit on top and on top of these. So, let's see how it goes. And I'm not even sure the best way to kind of pull out some of this paint. So I think maybe I'll, since it's going to be primarily this, maybe I'll use this as the mixer brush here. So let's pull some out. And it's like I want to get enough so that I can do all 8 of these in one shot, so we've got consistency. But I don't want to do too much either. So, is that enough? I have no idea. Okay, I'll do a little bit more. Okay. Make sure that's sealed up good. And then obviously I shouldn't dip this brush back in. So I'm thinking about maybe taking a toothpick or something and then getting it out that way. Okay, so toothpick. Let's see how this goes. Make sure not to get any of that dark brown in there. That might be enough. So let me seal this up, and we'll give this a mix. Let's see how it looks. It's definitely looking lighter. And this is just where things get interesting, because I have no idea, you know, in this case with what I'm doing, like what is a good lighter shade to go with? I don't know. Make sure it's mixed really well at least. And there's still some of that darker brown. Try to get as much off as I can. I just hate wasting paint with how expensive that stuff is. I don't want this to dry too much, but I'm going to set it just off to the side. And then we will come in with this brush here. Get some paint in there. And then try to dry it up a little bit here. I'm wiping it on paper towel. Okay, wow. I so don't feel confident about this, but let's see what happens. I mean, it's definitely adding a little bit to it, not much. Almost makes me wonder, like, is it a worth it amount? Or is perhaps my paint just not light enough? I don't know. I mean, it looks a little bit different, but not. Yeah, it's like a detail that I'm just not sure if that's worth it. Oh, that's why you dry brush. Can we recover that? Not really, but fortunately, we're not. It's just like so. Not much of a different color, you know? Yeah, I just don't know if this is worth it. Because I think sometimes, I mean, this is my guess, my theorizing, is that for the time spent, is it worth the extra detail? Okay. So I'm definitely not properly dry brushing. I'm afraid that I just will ultimately not have enough paint. So I guess I'm improvising. I mean, certainly, you could tell a little bit. Yeah, I think I should have gone lighter ultimately. I wonder if you can even tell a difference at all on the video. I think the brush is getting too dry now. Okay, we'll get some more paint in the brush. Wipe it off a little bit. Okay, so what? Yeah, see, I can't even fully tell what's been done. Okay, that one's been done. Tell a little bit. So, lesson learned that you gotta go a little bit more significantly lighter. I mean, that is still kind of cool. It's so subtle, though. I don't know if you can tell at the top of it. Nah, it's just too subtle. I'll finish up what I'm doing here. At least, and then we'll move on, but yep, too subtle. Oh, this is good though. This is how you learn. Sometimes you learn the best by making mistakes. And fortunately, this mistake doesn't have a lot of consequences. Bad consequences, you know? All right, one more to go. Wondering if I have like a decent use for the rest of the paint. Not that there's much left, but oof, that was bad. That's too wet. I'm not too concerned because I think it's just so similar that it'll be hard to notice. And I think once it gets a wash on there, it'll probably blend it a lot better. Okay, well, that was pretty unexciting. Okay, so next step then is I'm going to paint the chest on a lighter color. I mean, it may even be, I wonder if that would be too light. Not sure. And then he's also got a reddish color on the lower part of his face, just kind of around the eyes. And I need to figure out how am I going to do that. Then he's got these couple of little pincer arms in his fangs. Yeah, the book definitely has them a lighter color, so I'll probably give those maybe like a bone color look or something. And yeah, so I'll just wait a little bit for these to dry just a tad. Well, I don't even have to wait, I don't think, because we didn't even touch his chest. So let me get situated and we will continue with the chest. Okay, we're back. They've dried just a little bit. I've got a very fine brush now that I'll be using for painting the chest. And unfortunately, some of these models, the chest definition just isn't awesome. I wish there was some more ridges, because it would, I think, allow the wash to really kind of shine through and highlight each specific region. Because the book even has this bottom section right here, it's kind of this triangle, as a lighter colored, kind of like a chest plate, you know, like armor. So I'm not quite too sure, since that definition really kind of isn't there, if I should ignore that part and only do this section here, and then these sections up top. I'm just not sure. Well, let's go for it. Let's do what the book shows. Now this color right here, I do have my concerns that it's going to be too light, but I also, on my last mix of paints, it was not even close to as light as I felt like it should have been. So let's just give it a try. I can always paint back over it again, and we'll see how it turns out. That is pretty light. Okay, so we get the bottom section there. Oh, now I don't know if I should just paint it all and let the wash highlight it, or if I should leave little patches of brown between each section. I feel like if I do that, it's just going to be kind of, yeah. So you can see there that I left a little bit of a line, but it's really hard to get a really even line there. I guess it's not too bad if you go really carefully. Yeah, but it's uneven. Ugh. Oh, let's see. I don't know what to do for that. Let's just keep going. I can always fill in the lines. If I'm like holding my breath. Whew, okay. I mean, it's not looking too bad. It's not as great as quite as great as I'd like it, but it's not too bad. What are these going to be like to get? I gotta keep breathing. Oh goodness. Okay. Well, you know, that's not too bad. But that's the big question I have right now is should I leave those brown lines in between and assume that the wash will, you know, kind of get in there and do its thing? Or do I leave them there and hope that, you know, during the wash process or whatever, that it will actually kind of blend nicely? That doesn't look so bad, though. I think it's a decent color, too. Okay, well, I think I'll keep going with this, and we'll see how it goes. And we'll resume once I've got this part finished.